Imagine learning Russian, mastering a Brooklyn accent, and attending stripper camp, all for a single film role. That's exactly what Mikey Madison did to bring Anora's protagonist to life. Her dedication exemplifies the lengths Baker and his team went to ensure authenticity in every frame. From vintage Lomo prime lenses to Kodak 35mm film, Anora's visual style harkens back to gritty 1970s crime dramas. But it's not just about aesthetics. Every technical choice serves the story. As we explore the film's production, we'll see how these deliberate decisions transformed a simple script into a cinematic revolution. This time on Movies Unbound, we delve into one of the biggest sleeper hits of last year. Watch till the end to find out how this indie hit made waves at Cannes and is sending Mikey Madison's career into the stratosphere. Let's get into it. The Brighton Beach Odyssey. Sean Baker's journey to creating Anora is a tale of patience and persistence that spans over 2 decades. It all started with his friendship with Karen Karagulian, an actor who introduced Baker to the vibrant Russian and Armenian communities of Brighton Beach. This friendship sparked a fascination that would simmer for years, waiting for the right moment to boil over into cinematic brilliance. Baker's interest in Brighton Beach was deep-rooted. He spent years exploring different ways to capture the essence of this unique Brooklyn neighborhood on film. At one point, he even co-wrote a buddy gangster movie with Karagulian, hoping to bring the streets of Brighton Beach to life through the lens of mobster mayhem. But something about it just didn't click for Baker. He knew there was a deeper, more compelling story hiding in the nooks and crannies of this community. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Baker's passion for Brighton Beach was reignited. He created a fashion film that paid homage to the area, but it still wasn't the big break he was looking for. It wasn't until a chance conversation with a consultant that the pieces started falling into place. The consultant shared a story that would change everything, a tale of a Russian-American woman kidnapped as collateral for her husband's debts. This snippet of real-life drama was the missing piece Baker had been searching for. Baker wanted to dig deeper, to explore themes he'd touched on in his previous works. That's when he had his eureka moment. Why not combine the Brighton Beach setting with an exploration of sex work? To test the waters, he pitched an idea during a Zoom call with a Russian-American consultant, a sex worker marrying the son of a Russian oligarch. The consultant's reaction? Laughter. But not the kind that shuts down an idea, the kind that validates it. With his concept in hand, Baker set about crafting the script in his own unconventional way. He started with a pivotal 25-minute home invasion scene, using it as the cornerstone around which he would build the rest of the story. This approach allowed him to create a narrative that felt organic and lived in, rather than following a traditional Hollywood formula. Baker's commitment to authenticity didn't stop at the script. He and his lead actress, Mikey Madison, temporarily moved to southern Brooklyn during pre-production. They immersed themselves in the local culture, studying accents and mannerisms to ensure their portrayal would ring true to those who called Brighton Beach home. Casting against type, the Mikey Madison Gambit. Sean Baker's casting of Mikey Madison for Anora defied Hollywood norms, proving that sometimes the best talent comes from unexpected places. Baker first noticed Madison in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it was her performance in Scream, 2022, that really caught his eye. This unusual combination of roles showcased Madison's versatility, blending humor, attitude, and intensity, qualities Baker knew were perfect for the complex character of Annie. In a bold move, Baker cast Madison without even meeting her. Can you imagine landing a lead role without auditioning? Baker was so sure about his choice that he told his wife and producer, Samantha Kwan, "We're calling her reps the minute we step out of the theater." That's some serious gut instinct. This approach is totally different from how most indie films cast actors. Usually there are lots of auditions and careful looks at an actor's past work. But Baker likes to cast based on existing performances, helping him create roles that play to an actor's strengths. Of course, this method comes with its own challenges. Madison had to prepare intensively for such a complex role. She took language lessons to nail the Russian-American accent, and even went to stripper camp to authentically portray Annie's profession. The pressure was on, and Madison rose to the occasion. Her dad even installed a pole at home so she could practice. This wasn't just about learning new skills, it was a transformative experience that pushed Madison to her limits. Madison didn't stop at the physical preparation. She dove deep into the emotional world of her character, reading memoirs and watching documentaries about sex work. This level of commitment shows just how much trust Baker placed in her abilities. Baker's filmmaking style is all about teamwork. He often gets actors involved in writing their characters, using their own experiences to make the performances more real. You can see this in action in the opening scene of Anora, where Annie interacts with clients in a strip club. A lot of it was improvised, giving the scene a raw, authentic feel that pulls you right into Annie's world. Guerrilla filmmaking meets Oligarch Opulence. What if the secret to portraying luxury on screen wasn't about having a massive budget, but about using creativity and resourcefulness? That's exactly what Sean Baker and his team discovered while making Anora. They faced a unique challenge: how to depict extreme wealth when working with an indie film budget. Baker's commitment to authenticity led him to shoot Anora on 35mm film, believing it crucial for the film's visual appeal. This choice added to the production costs, but enhanced the film's aesthetic quality. Finding the perfect mansion for a Russian oligarch on a limited budget seemed impossible, but a simple Google search led the team to a waterfront compound in Brighton Beach, formerly owned by a real Russian oligarch, which became the centerpiece of their film set. Production designer Stephen Phelps faced the challenge of transforming this lived-in home into a film set while maintaining its authentic feel. His solution? A mix of subtle set dressing and clever rearrangement, bringing in only about 20% of new items and mostly swapping rooms. The mansion's opulence came with its own set of problems, especially during the pivotal 28-minute home invasion scene. Cinematographer Drew Daniels grappled with so many windows. It was like trying to capture a fleeting moment of natural, overcast beauty. It doesn't look like we're lighting anything. The idea of the movie was to feel very natural and unlit, but believe me, we're doing a lot. The team's commitment to authenticity meant dealing with unpredictable weather conditions. Baker explained, there would be weather changes. Sometimes the clouds would part and sun would come out suddenly. We're like, no, we want this all to be gray, so what are we gonna do? This led to some creative problem solving, including Phelps cleaning the mansion's large windows with a makeshift tool to maintain the desired look for filming. These guerrilla-style filming techniques not only saved the budget, but also added a layer of authenticity to the film. By working with real locations and adapting to the challenges they presented, Baker and his team created a visually stunning representation of wealth that felt genuine and lived in. Sean Baker's Anora has achieved the ultimate recognition with its unexpected Palme d'Or win at Cannes, sending shockwaves through the industry. This triumph proves that unconventional storytelling can still capture the hearts of even the most discerning critics. And it's a victory for indie filmmakers everywhere who dare to challenge the status quo. But what does this mean for the future of cinema? Baker himself has some thoughts on that. Looking at the current state of movies, he's expressed hope that Anora will inspire a new wave of filmmakers to break free from Hollywood's typical formula. Baker says he misses mature films for adults that focus on human stories without relying on explosions or superheroes. It's a sentiment that many film lovers can relate to, right? Think about it. When was the last time you saw a movie that really made you feel something, without resorting to CGI spectacles or caped crusaders? Anora reminds us that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that feel real and raw. Baker's focus on authenticity and representation in storytelling could really shake up the industry if more filmmakers follow suit. The road from Brighton Beach obsession to Cannes triumph wasn't easy for Baker and his team. They faced countless challenges, from budget constraints to the delicate task of portraying sex work with respect and nuance. Yet, against all odds, they've created something truly special, a film that proves you don't need a massive budget or flashy effects to make an impact. What's next for Baker? He's already hinted at his desire to keep exploring unconventional narratives in independent cinema. Maybe Anora will be the spark that ignites a whole new era of filmmaking, where human stories take center stage and filmmakers aren't afraid to take risks. Will we see more films like Anora in the coming years? Only time will tell, but Sean Baker has shown us that there's still plenty of room for innovation in cinema, and that's something worth getting excited about, isn't it? What did you think of Anora? Have you seen any other indie films lately that touched you with their authenticity? Share your experiences in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Movies Unbound for more like this. See you next time!